Let's look on another option inside of DV11. It's a water surface. To create this, we can go to Object Create, or easiest way, if we're going to our left toolbar and our top icon, we can create from here. If it does not display first, we'll just right click till it expand it and we'll select that water. You'll notice that it's created sea level for us right here. One thing about this layer, it's infinity plane, which is doesn't have an edge, so it's meaning if we continue to move camera or rendering, the view will doing procedural rendering on this, so it will go to infinity. To access some properties on the sea, we can right click and go to Edit Object. Right here we have it water surface options, where we have it surface altitude. It corresponds with our Z going up and down. Next, you notice we have it displacement water. This is options that will change actually surface, because right now what you see, and let me go ahead and render so we can preview. Okay, you'll notice right here it's look like a waves, but it's a bump map. So it's generating by highlights and make darker area on the material lighting, but it does not change any shape. To change, we need enable surface displacement. One thing you'll notice, it's kind of increasing because wave is generating. One thing notice about this, it does increase significantly time. So I don't want to kind of for this tutorials increasing, but we'll have some project when we do with our water and shape, so you can see how it's will affecting there. Let's go ahead next and explore more. Next, you will notice right here we have it use the global control wave. This is option allowed you to let view kind of calculating. For example, if I go to storm, it will create a bit more stormy look or a little bit more calm without effects. If you like to adjust more kind of manual control, you can uncheck global control. In this case, you will have access to additional options below, which we have it in a wave section, the wind direction. This is kind of specify your wave direction where it's going with the wind. Wave amount, it's amount of the actual largest size of the waves. We also have height, and this is enabled in displacement mode. We have it wind intensity. This is amount of the small kind of waves. So think about this, the wave amount, it's a large waves, but you also have some small ones, which is wind intensity will help create those. Again, this is amount of the small distortions on the water. Sharpness, it's sharpness of the wave angle. We have it also can create a foam, and we'll look in a second on a foam when we start looking on materials. But overall, first it's creating the amount of foam density. The typical depth, it will be distance to the object below a surface that will affect the foam creation, because our surface will calculate it how far it's from the object below, and based on this enable opacity for the foam layer. Okay, we also have a foam over waves, and this one is also same foam density and creation. It's a foam creation will begin from the top of the wave and down. These settings is actually will control the bottom set, so it's from top starting, and the higher percentage the lower it will go on a wave. Actually all these options right here except below it was in Vue 7 introduced, and one thing what I recommend to you, it is going to one of our resources on a tutorial. It's a Vue 7 from ground up website, and right there you can download it, the reference that I created in PDF, where you can go in and you can see all these options that are specified, as well as explaining height, what they're all meaning, as well preview rendering on a wind directions, which directions will go help you, and also right here we specify of the sharpness when you're going from 0 and 1, and right here top of the wave, depending on the smooth waves or a bit sharper. So you can go preview how the waves created, and as well with displacement and some small project. Again, this is additional PDF and it's free downloaded from our website. The other ones, underwater Gaussian, that was added in later versions, and this is work mostly with the lights passing through. How I said before, if we move it and you see water underwater look, this is what this kind of fixing this, and we will have it other underwater color reef tutorial. You can check that one, but we're using this option so you can see how we're calculating water. Okay, this is water options. Till we're here in the water, let's check options for our material for the water. Okay, so to do this, first what I want to do is creating our pyramid, and I go to shrink down. Bring cursor, let's take main camera and kind of point down. Okay, so right now if we render, you'll notice we have an object, we can see it through the water, even we have this murkiness, the water kind of light absorption. But you notice also we have a form created right here. It's based on the object below, like in other properties. You can modify these properties inside the sea as well, inside the materials. So let's open and look. You notice the materials, we have first foam layer, which is totally transparent till object is detected close enough to the top surface. We also have default water. Default water as option transparency. We have it very important, it's right here, and it's depth of the water. You notice right here we can see it's have some absorption, and I can take layer and move up to absorb more water creating. But other ways I also can do this by decreasing depth, make it a little bit shorter, and notice right here how it's changed. As well, absorption, color, and scattering is very important. For example, if instead this blue kind of tropical view, I want to create a swampy, so I'll just change color right here, and you can see now it's become swampy, more color look. As well, I can go ahead and modify, maybe increase a little bit the reflection, make it a little bit more oily look, and set scattering light maybe to kind of yellowish. So it's kind of affecting this. As well, we have options for the foam, instead global modifying. This is one modifier on detection as in our edit object in the sea. However, this will affect overall transparency of the foam layer that going over waves and by the coast. So I can decrease in this way, and you can see increase decreasing. The very useful of this foam layer, have it as a material. You can go in color, and as example you can just, let's say, you can modify it. Okay, preload it effect, and okay, let's go right here maybe. Let's click OK. We can go modify scale and create almost like a fall leaves going around. So you can see how you can modify, not necessarily work as a foam, but as other type effect around. Okay, so you notice you have a C, which is layer can modify by the material with a unique foam cover as well. You're going inside the layer, and we can modify some properties and options right here, as same as a foam over waves and foam over edges, by increasing or decreasing, for example, like maybe 1.2, so it will have more foam creating on the edges, or for example detection doing all over water because its layer is too close to the end of the surface right here. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial about water surface options overview from Geekatplay Studio, and be sure to check the project working with water surface.